What happens when the Citizen, Seattle's newest villain du jour, digs up a skeleton from Oliver Queen's own past? Well, let's find out together, shall we, as we jump on into Green Arrow issue number 44. Alrighty then, so as we join the comic, we see G.A. cruising around the streets of Seattle in the frickin' car from the movie Bullet. Wow, what an awesome reference courtesy of the Bensons. It would seem that at the end of the previous issue, Citizen had put a target on the back of all the rich and powerful folks in Seattle, including Green Arrow himself. However, it would seem a bunch of the more pissed off citizenry aren't even going to wait for Citizen to hold another mock trial. Instead, they just want to ram poor Oliver off the road, and his cherry ride, too. Luckily, with Black Canary's help, Green Arrow thinks he's finally managed to track the Citizen back to his lair, an esports cafe of all places. Oh sure, that might not scream evil lair on paper, but think about it, it's in a great neighborhood, rent is cheap, and you can play some Dota while you plan your next crime. Oh, you just know it couldn't be that easy, though. The Citizen is a slippery little snake in the grass, and he wanted Green Arrow and Black Canary here so that he could announce his newest victims. First off, a crooked investment banker who was helping the slumlord from the previous issue hide his money, as well as the female owner of the local racetrack who was doping her horses and fixing the results. Wow, that's animal abuse and cheating. That's two horrible things all at once. But the Citizen believes he's actually saved the best for last, and that is the secret sins of one Oliver Queen. Well known in his youth for being a drunken, drugged-up party boy, well, it seems the Citizen has kidnapped one of Ollie's old school friends and gets him to regale the audience at home with the story of the night that Ollie killed someone while drunk behind the wheel. Black Canary doesn't believe it's true for a second, but Ollie isn't exactly sure. Again, he was a drunken mess back in those days. He certainly doesn't remember killing anyone. He remembers crashing his car, and he certainly doesn't remember covering it up the way Citizen says he did. Ollie decides to get Kate, his new legal representative, to look into the paperwork from that night while he and Black Canary split up to cover more ground and try to save Citizen's other two victims. By the time Green Arrow makes it to the horse track, Citizen has already set up his newest grim Saw-inspired death trap. You see, once Citizen gets enough live stream votes, this poor lady here is going to literally get drawn and quartered by her own horses. Ugh, that's really freaking dark for a superhero comic. This meeting gives Green Arrow and Citizen a chance to have a conversation about their clashing ideology. Citizen says he's only doing what Green Arrow is afraid to do, to actually punish the people responsible for hurting the city once and for all. Green Arrow fires back by saying there's a justice system for a reason. It might be flawed sometimes, might even be broken, but a trial by public opinion is no trial at all. In the end, Green Arrow is forced to make a choice between saving the lady from getting killed and stopping the Citizen from escaping. He does the right thing and even gets the last word in on the live stream by breaking the camera with one of his arrows. It's real cool. Our hero saved a life, but back home he's still tortured by the idea that he might very well have killed someone. Even if it was unintentional, even if he's only hearing about it now, Black Canary tries to get his mind off of it with his favorite food, chili, but unfortunately the shoe is still about to drop in a big way. That's because, you see, as the comic winds down, Superman shows up. No doubt wanting to have a word with Ollie about how the man he chose to keep the kill switch for the entire Justice League might just be a murderer. And so that was Green Arrow issue number 44, everybody, and overall I continue to like where this story is going and how the Bensons are handling Green Arrow as a character. I'm a big fan of the Saw movies, so I like all the work that's being done on the Citizen's very ironic traps. I also like Oliver having to overcome even more demons from his more sordid past, especially considering it could throw such a major wrench into his life as a superhero after he's become so respected now within that community. They certainly do make a point of showing that the Citizen seems to be way more interested in Oliver's crime than anyone else's, even bringing in a character witness and everything. You gotta wonder who he, or maybe even she, is under the mask. Overall, I think I'd feel comfortable giving this one a 7.5 out of 10. Good time. Oh, hey there, didn't see you come in. I'm Cape Joel. Thanks so much for watching to the end of the video. I'm just hanging out here trying to figure out how to keep these intros fresh and interesting for everybody. Like the video, that would be nice, I'd appreciate it, but I'm not going to push you to do it. You can also follow me on Twitter and Facebook at Cape Joel, so you can keep up to date on what I'm doing next. I have I have an Instagram. I feel like I don't push the Instagram enough, but I have it. I have a backup gameplay channel as well. I get the feeling people who watch my comic content don't really want to watch me play video games, at least that's what the numbers would tell me, but it's the Joel Daily channel. You can also see me play games live on the Cape Joel Twitch. I got a tip jar down there, I got a Patreon page, got an Amazon wish list. Some of you were really nice to do that for me. That's where I get fun, cool sweaters like this off my Amazon wish list. I appreciate the people who do that. It's really nice of them. And yeah, that's all I got to say. Man, it's hard to try and keep these outros fresh sometimes, I tell you. But thanks again for watching, and I'll be back again later, just smacking those comics up, man. Just doing it. Did I call it comic smack because I make the smack sound, or am I saying that comics are my addiction and that's why it's comic smack? I dropped the comic smack after a bit because the channel is called Cape Joel. I should really have called it all comic smack from the beginning of it. Oh, well, hindsight's 20/20. Goodbye, everyone.